The story of Cain and Abel, the first murder. The sun cast its golden glow over the vast fields as Cain, the firstborn of Adam and Eve, worked tirelessly on his land. His younger brother Abel tended to his flock, guiding the sheep to green pastures. Both brothers had their tasks. Cain was a farmer, bringing life from the soil, while Abel was a shepherd, caring for the animals. One day they both decided to bring offerings to the Lord. Cain gathered the fruits of his harvest. Cain gathered the fruits of his harvest, selected the best of his flock. While Abel carefully selected the firstborn lambs, the finest he had. The firstborn lambs, with reverence they presented their sacrifices. With reverence they presented their sacrifices. God looked upon Abel's offering with favor. God looked upon Abel's offering with favor. His willingness to give his best, his willingness to give his best. But when God looked at Cain's offering, Cain had merely brought some of his crops, showing a heart that was not fully devoted. Cain's face darkened with anger. Jealousy burned within him as he watched his brother receive God's favor while he stood rejected. Seeing Cain's distress, the Lord spoke to him gently. "Why are you angry, Cain? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." But Cain did not listen. His heart hardened and resentment grew. He called Abel one day and said, "Let's go to the field." Unaware of his brother's intentions, Abel followed. Once they were alone, Cain's rage exploded. He attacked Abel with all his strength, and in a fit of jealousy, he struck his brother down. Abel's lifeless body fell to the ground, the first murder in human history. Silence filled the field. The weight of Cain's actions pressed upon him, but it was too late. Then the voice of the Lord echoed in the air. "Cain, where is your brother Abel?" Cain's heart pounded. He tried to hide his guilt and responded coldly, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God's voice was firm. "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." God's judgment came swiftly. "Now you are under a curse, banished from the land. No longer will the ground yield its crops for you. You will be a restless wanderer on the earth." Cain trembled in fear. "My punishment is too great to bear. Anyone who finds me will kill me." But God, in his mercy, placed a mark on Cain, a sign of protection, saying, "If anyone kills Cain, they will suffer vengeance 7 times over." And so Cain was driven away from his home, away from God's presence, to wander the earth as an outcast. The tragic story of Cain and Abel teaches a deep lesson. Jealousy and sin, when left unchecked, lead to destruction. But even in punishment, God's mercy remained, reminding us that his justice and compassion go hand in hand. What do we learn from this story? Always give God your best, guard your heart against jealousy, and choose love over anger.